what happened on 9/11 is a phony, and we've never learned the truth about 9/11. The whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about? We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded women's lib. They do whatever they want to do. What we want doesn't matter anymore. It's their agenda, it's their plans that matter. They have all the money they want. They can make all the money they want. They have a machine that can make all the money. It's not about money. It's about control. It's about their vision of how they want to see the world. You hear George Bush saying democracy means freedom. No. Democracy equals New World Order.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Wiped out in a matter of minutes.
Today marks a historic step forward in our national security. Let's go live to reporter Sarah Martinez at the registration center downtown.
More than 50,000 people have come here this morning to register. This is the future of secure identification,
linking identity, healthcare, and payments in one verified system.
Since our last meeting, we've made tremendous progress. And I'd like to say that most of the credit goes to our extremely efficient International Research and Development Committee. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for your hard work and dedication to our cause. In reviewing this year's progress, let me say that we have been highly effective in conditioning the people's minds to accept our solution to the world's problems. The energy crisis here in the United States was exceptionally successful worldwide, and we expect similar success with our upcoming food shortage. Our labor leaders have made great progress by causing confusion and work stoppages in all areas of the world. Financially, the dollar is being devalued even faster than we could have hoped. Politically, the public has lost total confidence in any form of government. The threat of universal war is a daily possibility. As you know, we ourselves do not need to hold any visible office of leadership. As a matter of fact, it's better that we do not. If we control the finances, news media, food, transportation, energy, we control everything. It is important that you, as world leaders, keep our program before your countrymen. With our World Bank and computer program operational, we now have the capacity to control the financial affairs of every human being on Earth by giving each person his own computer number. Anytime his number is used, we would know his financial situation at once. He could not buy or sell anything without his computer number. It will simplify their lifestyles tremendously.
This old serpent, up to his old, same tricks. First of all glory and honor belongs to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Most High of Yasharallah. And this is Uriah, brought to you in full by IS Vengeance. Double and triple honors to the apostles, the elders, the great men who have shed and spread this truth from generation to generation. And we shall proclaim it. We must. Why? Because this old serpent, this old crooked serpent, this left hand of the proprietary weakness and wickedness of the left-hand side. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 13. Consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? That old crooked serpent.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump, has just posted a statement on Truth Social. This is the first public acknowledgement by the United States. I will read it for you, just seeing this pop up on my phone as we speak while texting back and forth with senior advisors at the White House. From the President of the United States, the United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow, according to the president. There will be a news conference, he says, today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. He then punctuates it, as he often does, with thanks for your attention to this matter. It is signed by the president. So again, I want to repeat two of the key sentences in there. He confirms that the U.S. carried out this large-scale strike against Venezuela, and he says that its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. So, according to the President of the United States, Nicolas Maduro is no longer on the ground in Venezuela. It leaves open a bit of a vacuum there in terms of leadership. It's not entirely clear who is effectively running that country at this time. I just want to get your immediate reaction to the news that we are hearing again in a Truth Social post from the President of the United States.
Hey, and for those not yet awake, we bombed Venezuela last night. Here's some footage of Marines on the ground. Mira. Ay, papi, también chorreado. Los van a... Mierda, qué desastre. Mira. Mira. Stay tuned. I will be posting clips as they come in. We just so happen to be, on the ground floor of invasion. Right here happening in front of our eyes. Anyways, here's the video. And honestly, channels like mine will be more important as we move through the next months and into 2026. Things are going to get worse. Buy some fucking merch if you can. If not, just go into my comments and let the Fed bots know that we're onto their shit and their lies don't work. Does anyone even fucking believe that we're going to war with Venezuela because of drugs? No, we know we're going in there to take their resources. And because they said mean stuff about that place you're not allowed to talk about because it's antiseptic. Fuck you, Shlomo.
Yep, Yasharala. While we see that crooked serpent trying to perform his enterprise, I mean, we like 30 steps ahead of the game. Because this crooked serpent is at work. But fear not, because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is in control. And we know this. He's up to his old tricks. Let's go into this word crooked. This crooked serpent. Let's jump down here real quick. Let's see. To be bend. To make crooked. Hey, let's look up this word, though. Falsifying. Let's look up this.
Falsify.
Falsify. Information or evidence so as to mislead. That crooked serpent. All right, wait. Let's furthermore this. Consider the works of Yahweh. This crooked serpent. Genesis 3. Let's start at the top. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh had made. So the serpent was more subtle. Let's go into this real quick too. Real quick, Yasharala. Hang with me. Let's go into this. Shrewd. Crafty. Man, subtle. All right. Now, what's up with this crooked serpent? What other tricks do he have up his sleeve?
Pentagon prepares for World War III? Question mark. I think so. I think something's coming. Pentagon orders quick reaction force of 500 troops per state. The National Guard is building a quick reaction force of some 23,500 troops trained in crowd control and civil disturbance that can be ready to deploy to U.S. cities by early next year. Things that make you go, According to a leaked memo reported by multiple outlets, the October 8th memo signed by National Guard Bureau Director of Operations Major Ronald Burkett orders a guard from nearly every U.S. state for the Puerto Rico and Guam to train 500 service members. States with smaller populations such as Delaware will have 250 troops in its force, and Alaska will have 350, and Guam will have about 100. Task and purpose reported. So, getting ready.
Right, so preparing for civil unrest, check.
This is breaking news. There's a credible threat of hazardous vehicle material that they think that is very potent, is very, very serious. I've never seen so many law enforcement, Capitol Hill Police and other law enforcement. They have literally, what perimeter have they shut down here on the Capitol so far?
Well, Armstrong, they've shut down all the way to D Street, to Louisiana Avenue, to right here at 5th Street in the northwest. And it has to be a pretty large perimeter just in case there is some sort of explosion. That explosion has room to dissipate without hitting anyone.
And so in your years of experience, because you were once with law enforcement on the police force, have you seen anything like this recently?
Well, Armstrong, on a suspicious package, yes. However, I've never seen a suspicious vehicle. And with a suspicious vehicle, you have to take extreme measures. And for them to do this, they have some sort of probable cause of some sort of suspicious either material or device in the vehicle.
As a former law enforcement official, there are hundreds of law enforcement on the perimeter of the U.S. Capitol grounds. I'm not seeing anything like it. You all pray, keep this city in your prayers, because obviously there's probable cause. It's a serious threat, and we will keep you updated. I'm Armstrong Williams reporting.
This old cunning, bendable serpent, this crooked serpent. And we see the tricks of his trade. Hey, and we not ignorant, Yasharala. Keep in mind all this. Stay ears, spirit, and 10 toes to the ground. And our spiritual essence. Keep watch while I and we, my brothers and my sisters, stay occupied in prophecy. This is Revelations 12. Let's start at verse 3, and it reads this. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. Now this great red dragon, this sounds familiar. Could it be that old serpent? That crooked serpent? Let's jump down to verse 9, and it reads this. And the dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Now hold on. Let's go into this. Old serpent. That old serpent. He was cast out, that old serpent. Let's go into this old serpent. What does it say? That has been from the beginning. Original. Things, times, conditions. That has been from the beginning. No wonder why we went to Genesis. That old serpent. He was cast out. Now wait a minute. Let's read it again. 9. And that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out unto the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So this old crooked serpent. No wonder.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated in a high-level operation that very obviously included him being betrayed by the people that were closest to him, alongside and working in concert directly with the United States federal government and, of course, the Israelis.
So this crooked serpent deceiving the whole world? Check.
Erica Kirk knew Trump before she knew Charlie. She actually won Trump's Miss Arizona pageant. Her parents are both from military intelligence family. Her dad did Raytheon arms deals with Israel, probably unrelated. And Erica Kirk was part of running an orphanage in Romania where children went missing. Enough children for Romania to permanently ban the orphanage and permanently ban Erica Kirk. Do you know how f***ed up you gotta be to get banned in Romania? Andrew Tate is the mayor there. You really gotta push some boundaries. Mind you, this is when Epstein was still active, so I'll let you connect the dots. By the way, I'm not suicidal. For the record, I am quite happy, okay? You heard it here. But the weirdest thing about Erica Kirk, she met Charlie Kirk, not on Christian Mingle. She went in to interview at his company, Turning Point USA. He said that he fell in love right away. Now, 4 years later, he's dead. And she has now inherited Turning Point USA. She's doing podcasts on it, too. Like, I'm so excited. Like, to my future wife, please wait 2 months after I die before doing a podcast. 3 months if it's my own. Come on. When you look at how fast she moved on, and then you look at how it started and how it ended, how it started was not romance. How it started was her going in for a job, and how it ended was her getting a promotion. So I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Watch his crooked ways, his subtle moves. For we are not off point with the way this serpent uses his subtleness, his subtlety, for in which our spiritualness we divide these devices. This crooked serpent. Job 26:13, and it reads this: by his spirit have he garnished the heavens. His hand have formed the crooked serpent. The crooked serpent. So by his hand he garnished. For he is made for a purpose, and for his purpose he shall not stand.
We're treating patients on the floor, mass casualty after mass casualty. They're using all the weapons. However, when we came north to Al Shifa Hospital, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. We're doing this video because we know that we might die at any time, unfortunately. The number of patients and the number of dead bodies arriving are ridiculous. So we're just basically people dead. We have more than 1,500 people still dead under the rubble in the hospital. Today they bombed just in front of the main entrance of the hospital. 2 days ago they did the same. The issue is we leave our accommodation is an outside walking distance. So we could be at any time at that side of the bomb as an international. We're not even being we've been told we'd be given an evacuation order. No even evacuation order as international people. I had a beheaded lady who's 9 months pregnant that we had to deliver her by an emergency C-section in the emergency room.
So, continued war in Gaza. Check. This old serpent is busy, man. So what for?
Friendly reminder, this is who the USA and Israel want to replace Maduro, the president of Venezuela, with.
Maria Corina Machado, gracias. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you, and we'll stay in touch. And I promise one day we'll have a close relationship between Venezuela and Israel. And I believe, and I can announce this, that our government will move our Israeli embassy to Jerusalem. That will be part of our support to the state of Israel.
They gave that fucking bitch the Nobel Peace Prize. Seriously. I mean, there was also this fortuitous timing right after Maduro made this statement. Pam Bondi, you know the girl who lied about Epstein files and continues to protect pedos? Well, Pam Bondi put a $50 million hit on his head. Anyways, here we are on the gates of another war. Things are worse than ever, and 2026 has just begun.
So while I'm hitting different marks in this video, keep in mind this crooked serpent, Yasharallah. Keep in mind the depth of wickedness we must succumb and overcome to get to our spiritual essence. And the kingdom awaits. For the wicked shall do wickedly. But us, we remain spiritual in high places, of value. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Isaiah 27. I start at the top and it reads this. And that day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, with his sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent. Say what? Even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon in the sea. That red dragon that was cast out, that old serpent from old ancient times, this wicked serpent, this falsifying, cunning serpent, oh yeah, he shall slay the dragon in the sea. Final precept, Revelations 1, or 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sea, or the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. For he shall slay this dragon in the sea. And you crooked serpent, your enterprise shall fail. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is always on the clock. And you just punched out. All glory and honor belongs to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Most High Yasharallah. And Yasharallah remains spiritual.
So, what is
for
all
the
this talk about
spirit
the beast?
is willing, but the flesh is weak. Remain spiritual.
Show it to me. Is it in
Peace of
Revelations
mind.
13?
So the Vietnam just closed 86 million bank accounts on citizens who refuse to comply to this new mandatory digital ID, y'all. Telling them if they don't make no decision today, they will also be pushed out of society, just like the citizens of UK with no access to their money, y'all. Man, this fallen angel Lucifer is testing the ground to see how far he can go along with this trash, just like the Bible said he would. But notice, he ain't coming with red horns, pitchforks, and a tail. He's coming as Revelation 11, the angel of light, making it look cool. But in the end, it bites, just like it did Adam and Eve. Man, even Swilden have placed thousands of microchips in their citizens' hands to replace ID cards and credit cards, y'all. Man, 2 Thessalonians 2:7 said for the mystery of iniquity. What is the mystery? To get to this right here. Threaten you with this right here.
Do you have your digital ID?
Praying that you will fold. Praying that you will break. Praying that you will comply and bow down to these pharaohs type Nebuchadnezzar leaders who is pushing us to the mark of the beast, y'all. Man, Revelation 12:16 said that the dragon sent forth a flood. And this flood is pressure to make you bend to a satanic agenda. And as we can see, everybody ain't bowing. Man, we got 86,000 bank accounts closed in Vietnam with UK Prime Minister still saying this.
If you don't like the changes that we've made, the door is open and you can leave.
The goal has always been to get here, y'all, because they know if they can make us bow down to get this, we would no longer be in the image of the one who created us.